I'm gonna change my skin, by the way, when it starts. He's fucking out. Fuck's sake. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm watching the history of Japan.
Mongols have invaded China. We've invaded China, said the Mongols. Please respect us, or else we might invade you as well. Okay, said Japan. So the Mongols came over, ready for war, and died in a tornado. But they tried again. Some Mongols have invaded China. We've invaded China, said the Mongols. Please respect us, or else we might invade you as well. Okay.
What?
Will still be emperor, but the shogun is actually in control. Breaking news, some Mongols have invaded China. We've invaded China, said the Mongols. Please respect us, or else we might invade you as well. Okay, said Japan. So the Mongols came over, ready for war, and died in a tornado. But they tried again, and had a nice time fighting with the Japanese, but then died in a tornado. Then the emperor overthrows the shogunate. Then the shogunate overthrows him back and moves to Kyoto and makes a new shogunate. And the emperor can still dress like an emperor if he wants, that's fine. Now there's more art. Like painting with less colors, collaborative poetry, plays, monkey fun, tea parties, gardening, architecture, flowers. It's time for who's going to be the next shogun. Usually it's the shogun's kid, but the shogun doesn't have a kid. So he tries to get his brother to quit being a monk and be the next shogun. He says okay, but then the shogun has a kid. So now who's it going to be? Vote now on your phones. And everyone voted so hard that the palace caught on fire and burned down. The shogun actually didn't care. He was off somewhere doing poetry. And the whole country broke into pieces. Everyone is fighting with each other for local power, and it's anybody's game. Knock knock, it's Europe. No, they're not here to take over. They just want to sell some shit, like clocks, guns, and cheese. So that's cool, but everyone's still fighting each other for control, now with guns. And wouldn't it be nice to control the capital, which right now is puppets, with no one controlling them. This clan is ready to make a run for it, but first they have to trample this smaller clan, which is in the way. Surprise, the smaller clan wins, and the leader of that clan steals the idea of invading the capital and invades the capital. And it goes very well. He's about halfway through conquering Japan when someone who works for him kills him, and then someone else who works for him kills them, and that guy finishes conquering Japan. And then he confiscated everybody's swords and made some rules. Now I'm going to invade Korea, and then hopefully China, he said, and failed, and also died. Before he died,
You have to unlock the turret bit that no one wants. No one wants it for the turret. You just want it. I didn't even know that existed, to be honest. It shows I just don't care. Right, this map, right. I'm sucking off in this one. We're not doing the rival. Like, look at this. We're not doing the rival thing. There you go, I've got a first kill. We're not doing the rival thing or whatever. I'm just slacking off. I can't argue this. And I'm playing it, but I'm still just slacking off. Jesus Christ. Alright.
Told these 5 guys to take care of his 5-year-old son until he's old enough to be the next ruler of Japan. And the 5 guys said, yeah, right, it's not going to be this kid, it's going to be one of us, because we're grown-ups. And it's probably going to be this guy, who happens to be way more rich and powerful than the others. A lot of people support him, but a lot of people support not supporting him. They have a fight, he wins, and starts a new government, right here. And he still lets the emperor dress like an emperor, and have very nice things. But don't get confused, this is the new government, and they are very strict. So strict they close the country. No one can leave, and no one can come in. Except for the Dutch, if they want to buy and sell shit. They have to do it right here. Now that the entire country was on war with itself, the population increased a lot. Business increased, schools were built, roads were built, people learned to read, books were published, there's poetry, plays, sexy films, shows, and Dutch study. People started to study European science from books they bought from the Dutch. We're talking geography, skeletons, physics, chemistry, astronomy, and maybe even electricity. Over time, the economic and cultural prosperity began to gradually slow down. Knock knock. It's the United States. With huge boats, with guns. Gunboats. Open the country. Stop having it be closed, said the United States. There's really nothing they can do, so they signed a contract that lets the United States, Britain, and Russia visit Japan anytime they want. Just Choshu and Satsuma hated this. That sucks, they said. This sucks. And with almost very little outside help, they overthrew the shogunate, and somehow made the emperor again, and moved him to Edo, which they let the United States, Britain, and Russia visit Japan anytime they want. Choshu and Satsuma hated this. That sucks, they said. This sucks. And with almost very little outside help, they overthrew the shogunate, and somehow made the emperor again, and moved him to Edo, which they renamed Eastern Capital. They made a new government, which was a lot more Western. They made a new constitution that was pretty Western, and a military that was pretty Western. And do you know what else is Western? That's right, it's conquering stuff. So what can we conquer? Korea. They conquer Korea, taking it from its previous owner, China, and then go a little bit further. And Russia rushes in out of nowhere and says, "Stop, no, you can't take that whole railroad through here to try to get some more water." And Russia builds their railroad, supervised by a shit ton of soldiers, and then when the railroad was done, they downgrade it to a half ton. Did I say downgrade? And Japan says, "Maybe chill." And Russia says, "How about maybe you chill?" Japan is kind of scared of Russia. You'll never guess who's also kind of scared of Russia. Great Britain. So Japan and Great Britain make an alliance together so they can be a little less scared of Russia. Feeling confident, Japan goes to war against Russia, just for a moment, and then they both get tired and stop.
It's time. Co-op members save more with new member prices.
World War
So if
One.
you shop
I've
with
watched
Co-op
the
and you're
videos
not a
many
member,
times. It's an ad and an this.
The world was about to have a war, because it's the 1900s and weapons are getting crazy, and all these empires are excited to try them out on each other. Meanwhile, Japan has been enjoying conquering stuff and wants more. The next thing on their list is this part of China and lots of tiny islands. All that stuff belongs to Germany, which just had war declared on by Britain because Britain is friends with Belgium. Meanwhile, Japan has been enjoying conquering stuff and wants more. The next thing on their list is this part of China and lots of tiny islands. All that stuff belongs to Germany, which just had war declared on by Britain because Britain was friends with Belgium, which was being trespassed by Germany in order to get to France to kick France's ass because France is friends with Russia, who was getting ready to kick Austria's ass because Austria was getting ready to kick Serbia's ass because someone from Serbia shot the leader of Austria's ass, or actually shot him in the head. And Britain is currently friends with Japan, so you know what that means. Duh, Japan should take the islands, which they wanted to do anyway, so they called Britain on the telly to sort of let them know. And then they did it. And they also helped Britain a little here and there with some errands and stuff. Now the war is over, and congratulations, Japan. You technically fought in the war, which means you get to sit at the negotiating table with the big dudes, where they decided who owns what. And yes, Japan gets to keep all that shit they stole from Germany. You also get to join the post-war mega alliance, the League of Nations, whose mission statement is to try not to take over the world. The Great Depression is bad, and Japan's economy is now crappy. The military is doing just fine, and it invades Manchuria. And the League of Nations is like, "No, don't do that. If you're in the League of Nations, you're not supposed to take over."
How about I do it anyway?
How about I do anyway? And Japan invaded more and more of China, and was planning to invade the entire East.
You've got mail.
It's from Germany, the new leader of Germany. No, don't do that. If
No,
you're in the
no,
League
it's
of
a
Nations, you're not supposed to
different
take over the world. And Japan said, "How about I do anyway?" And Japan invaded more and more of China, and was planning to invade the entire East.
You've got mail.
It's from Germany, the new leader of Germany. He has a cool mustache and he's trying to take over the world and needs friends. This also got forwarded to Italy. They all decided to be friends because they had so much in common. It's time for World War II. Germany is invading neighbors. Then they invade the neighbors' neighbors. Then the neighbors' neighbors' neighbors. Britain said, "Holy shit." And the United States started helping Britain because they are good friends, and started not helping Japan because they're friends and our friends are not friends. Plus they're planning on invading the entire ocean. The United States is also working on a large, very huge bomb, bigger than any other bomb ever, just in case. But they still haven't joined the war. War looks bad on TV, and the United States is really starting to care about it. But then Japan spits on them in Hawaii and challenges them to war, and they say yes. And then Germany, as a symbol of friendship, declares war on the United States also. So the United States goes to war in Europe, and they help the gang chase Germany back into Germany. And they also start chasing Japan back into Japan. And they haven't used the bomb yet, and they're curious to see if it works, so they drop it on Japan. They actually dropped two. The United States installed a new government, inspired by the United States government, with just the right ingredients for a post-war economic miracle. And Japan starts making TVs, VCRs, automobiles, and camcorders as fast as they can, and also better than everybody else. They get rich, and the economy goes wild, and then the miracle wears off. But everything's still pretty cool, I guess. Bye.
I like that though.
I also like it's really surreal. It's a bit of respect there now to people that really have this problem all the time.
So I'm Simon, I'm number 6. I live in central London and I'm starting to work as an extra in a voiceover.
Number 7, my name's Arthur. I'm also part-time actor.
So number 2, are you the imposter? Yes, as an extra in a voiceover.
I'm number 7, my name's Arthur. I'm also part-time actor.
Number 2, as an extra.
How am I third? This just shows the lack of... I don't know, but it shows the lack of summit, because how the hell am I third with 8 kills? I've done nothing. I've been watching a video for half the time. I was watching the History of Japan video for half this whole thing.